actually implemented stay interviews. And part of the stay interview actually addresses, do you feel recognized, like with your from your manager, from your peers? And that's the like number one complaint that came out was all relevant to, no, I don't feel recognized. So of course we gathered the data. And when you said how, a lot of managers think they're doing recognition right, so of course all the managers came up and they were like, we want to see the data, we want to understand whose business unit was the biggest issue and what's going on. And because I feel like we're doing recognition. So we started the meeting, and I had warned the client, I don't want this meeting to be about picking apart this data. I think the takeaway here is the fact that I really don't care how you're doing, recognition currently. It's obviously not resonating with a lot of your team members. So that being said, we're going to spend some time educating these leaders on what form recognition might take and understanding how different styles of personalities tend to receive recognition differently. And then really highlighting that, but then also giving them specific strategies and then flipping the lens on them to say, okay, guys, these were a few ideas. Here's different ways that you can do recognition. Now you talk about how you've been doing it. It was so powerful to see that shift where they started to realize, once we've educated them and told them how, for example, giving accolades at a meeting might actually be completely demotivating for someone who's very introverted and would have preferred kind of a private email. So understanding that, oh, we do a call out at meetings and at team huddles, we will say, what's two things that someone on this team did great. They didn't realize that you can't take that cookie cutter approach. That might actually resonate with some of your team members, and you need to figure out which of those actually would resonate with that style would resonate with. But then have additional strategies to make sure that these other folks are also feeling valued and heard, but in a way that's meaningful to them. I always tell the clients, you need to learn to meet your clients, your employees where they're at, and then build from there.
Absolutely. And one of the things you're reminding me of is, as I saw the different recognitions programs in the company I was with, which was Southwest Airlines, one of the things I think that was the most powerful was peer-to-peer recognition. When setting up a program where not only the leaders were recognizing, but the peers were recognizing them. What have you found with that?
That is where most miss the mark. They forget these. Because I don't know about you, but if my manager, who I actually only see once a month, sends me a quick email to say, hey, the way that you did that was really great and it really helped the team. So thanks for doing that. Cool. But if my colleague, comes to me and says, oh my God, thank God I've got you, because this client told me that when they came, you helped address all their concerns and kind of did the triage. And then by the time they got to me, it was like I could actually hit the ground running instead of spending this time in like this eternal, storytelling mode. So thank you. That was so crazy helpful. Oh my God, I would leave that day feeling that much better, because who do I actually want to be seen and heard and valued from? Those I actually spend the majority of my time with, right? So that peer-to-peer one is huge. In government, one of the things they had done, and I forget where I was working at that point, but I thought it was really cool. They just had these little cards, and they started a kudos program. So every employee got 2 cards, and we were asked that by the end of the first month, that we have given out those 2 cards, and those 2 cards were to be given out just a little note as to why something someone did made a difference in your day within your team, and just leave it on their desk. Very kind of discreet way of recognizing your peers, but I tell you, I still have my pile of kudo cards, because anytime I feel kind of down in the dumps, I would pull them out and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's right. Other people appreciate that I'm here, so I need to suck it up, buttercup, for today. I'm just having a bad day,"
I think the most powerful of all ever is the handwritten note. And I'm curious how you've seen that. I remember a story with who's now the president of Southwest. He literally, at the end of the day, would sit down and write notes to all the people that he had interacted with or that had done something really cool. And before him, the founder, Herb, he was big note writer. And Gary, who was the president after Herb. And so I watched these leaders take the time. And every time I got a personal note, it was so powerful. And like you said, I kept them all because we're in this non-human kind of work way where we're doing things electronically, but we're not human, not humanizing it. Yes. So I love that be creative with your engagement program and your recognition program, and just going back to the basics, writing a simple letter. So I think that's cute. So